Hey guys and girls, what is going on? It is Zazzri today, and I'm bringing you episode number 13 of my Chelsea Career Mode. We've got straight away the Newcastle second leg, obviously the Capital One Cup. I think we're at the semi-finals at this point. It has two legs. If you missed last episode, that's the episode in which we played Newcastle. It was a 4-2 away win for us. Unfortunately, though, we don't get off to a good start. They do score early on, making it 1-0, which makes it obviously 4-3. And they make it 2 after 75, so we're on the verge of being knocked out. I'm 98% sure, though, that away goals don't count in the Capital One Cup. Obviously, we'll find out in a minute. But Eden Hazard, lovely through ball to Aguero. You can see, look at the time, 80 minutes gone, finishes it. And I was at this point like, okay, we're putting everyone back. We're putting it ultra defensive. We're parking the bus. But yeah, literally just salvaged the game. I know we lost the game 2-1, but we are lucky in the sense that we go into the Capital One Cup final. So we are in a cup final this year, which is awesome. We've also got the squad report, by the way, in this episode. I'm sure you'll know by the title, but that's that. We've also got, you can see this game against Crystal Palace. If I'm not mistaken, this is the FA Cup, I think. You can see that, yeah, there you are. They go 1-0 up. You can see turn in, Ake was just, I thought he was going to turn and run with it, that's why I was moving that way with him, and it just left a massive gap. You see we don't have Couture in goal. I like to rotate the squad in the cup competitions, and it's not gone too well for me this time. After just making one cup final, we've just been knocked out of the other, so you can see here it was a really weak team that we had out. Thought we'd be able to do it, guys. I suppose the one good thing about it is that, you know, we can focus on the Premier League, focus on the Cup Final, and focus on the Champions League. That's the only positive. Anyway, let's get into the squad report. You can see Thibaut Courtois hasn't really grown goalkeeping-wise, which is the only thing I care about as a goalkeeper. I'm not bothered physically how he is, but he's improved a little bit like that. Ivanovic at 31 growing. You can see marking in that 90, you know, +2 there. Stand tackle at 90, sliding tackle getting better, so very good stuff from him. Varane growing to an 83 overall, growing across the board there, you know, mainly mentally, but slightly physically, slightly technically, I was meaning to say. No growth at all from Cahill. I suppose at age 30 you wouldn't expect it, but then again, I mean, you've got Ivanovic growing at 31, which FIFA can be weird sometimes. You see Louise again. Growing a little bit, nothing too much, just technically. Fabregas, you can see growing to an 86 overall, which is what I think his rating should have been anyway. Maybe even an 87, like should be his basic growth. Probably 86. But yeah, you can see Pogba already growing. You can see that he's mentally doing well. Form not the best, but you know, he's happy, which is the most important thing. Ridiculously good player here. Look at those stats; they are ridiculous. If you could build a centre mid, he would be it. Nothing from Cuadrado really at all. Eden Hazard going down, which I don't understand. I think he maybe have been injured at this point, but I don't get it. He's been playing well. Oscar, his form's excellent, but he's unhappy. It's because I've been rotating the squad a lot, and you know, Willian's been playing and stuff. Physically, though, growing, which is you know, when players grow, that's probably my favourite area. Is that you notice it the most if they physically become faster or something like that. But yeah, unhappy, which is something that we're going to have to keep our eye on, as he's quite a good player, is Oscar. Diego Costa growing ball control and dribbling wise. You see he feels threatened. I think that's because of the signing of Aguero, but I don't know why. You can see he scored 25 goals, 8 assists in 28 games this season. Ridiculous performances from him. Honestly, he has been our saviour of this season, to be honest. Without him, there's so many points we would have lost, so many games that, you know, would have gone badly without Diego Costa's goals. So I can't speak highly enough about him. Mo Salah not growing much at all. See, just going one mentally. Same with Zuma, not growing much at all, just mentally getting a few +1s and 2s on his stats. You can see Matic has grown slightly. The thing I wish Matic would improve on, not technically, but it's physically, because I feel like he's so slow at getting about the defensive midfield. In real life, you don't notice it. He seems like he's fast. He's always in the right position, whereas in FIFA, I feel like he'll be not in the right position, then you run into the right position, and then it's just so slow. That's why he's been displaced by Pogba, because he's faster than him and can get about the defensive midfield much better. So yeah, that's the thing about Matic that really frustrates me. If you could take off a few of his technical stats and put them onto his physical ones, if he's such a better player. Unhappy here from Aguero. That's just because Costa's the starting man at the minute, in great form, both of them. 89 overall now for Aguero. You can see that his dribbling's improved, so is his ball control. Ridiculously good player. Definitely always will recommend Aguero. Scored 13 in 17 for him, which is obviously a fantastic goal scoring record. But yeah, that's that. Unhappy, which is so difficult when you've got a squad that's really good to keep everyone happy. Literally just constantly trying to rotate, constantly trying to play the players that are in form. It just doesn't work out. You can see our youngster here, 18 years old. I've seen clips of him on YouTube and stuff. Really could be a special player. These sort of players, it's just trying to get to the point where they'll be either worth more money or can maybe slot into the first team. Brown's someone who's actually, you look at his stats and you're like, nah, they're not that good. I seem to use him in FIFA and he's quite good. He's quite impressive actually. Like it's weird. It's weird when you use him because you look at the stats and you're like, nah, it'd be rubbish. But anyway, Nathan Ake growing by 3 to a 71 overall. It's just left back, but he can also play centre back, so quite a versatile player. Definitely someone who, in the next few seasons will be going into the first team. Very, very good player. Charlie Musonda, 65 overall now. That's what I mean. He's worth 375,000. Might have been worth 100,000 last season. I don't remember, but if we're going to sell him, he's worth a little bit more. Piazon growing by 1. It's just mental growth. I wish he, based on the position he played, would be quicker as well. At 76 pace, it's just he doesn't get past defenders. If you compare to someone like Hazard, even though technically, obviously he's not quite as good, but if they were technically the same, Hazard would just be 10 times easier to get past players and use those skills with, as he's just so much faster, and that does make a difference. In real life it's less of a difference, but in FIFA it is a big difference. Keith Loftus-Cheek there growing to a 64 overall. All the players that are on loan, showing nice growth and stuff. But I just thought I'd make you guys aware of that, as he's got a green next to him, which means he's recently grown. You see here our striker is growing technically. Casey Palmer not growing at all, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Christiansen growing a little bit, Bogard growing a little bit. So yeah, pretty good growth across the board, amongst a number of the key players. Premier League table-wise, you can see that we are really not where we need to be. We're 12 points behind City, so we've fallen 2 more behind. Scored the same amount, conceded the same amount, so both got a goal difference of 22. Quite interesting that Swansea are in third, only 1 point behind us actually, but Liverpool down in 11th there. You see we won the Community Shield, just simmed it. FA Cup, we're not even to the round of 16 yet. Of course, we've been knocked out though. Capital One Cup final is against City, so they gave Villa a thrashing on the way to the final there. Copa Europe, I just simmed it, but we did win. You can see you've got Champions League starting to get to the knockout stages now. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the squad report, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.